Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the draft recap of the Elite Forest, owned by my good buddy, Alpha, aka the operations manager of the UPA. I joined a singles league. This is a Wi-Fi league, so it's Paldex. And I'm really excited. I think this is probably one of the most powerful drafts I've been able to grab, and I'm excited to share that with you, though you see the thumbnail, so you kind of know already. But regardless, let's get into this. So I was lucky enough to get, I believe, the 3rd overall pick, and I've never used this mon before, but I always see it being taken. It's probably the best rapid spinner in the tier, or in the game I should say, and that is Great Tusk, aka Mental Dog. 115 HP, 131 attack and defense, good speed as well if we get the rapid spin up, which, as you can see with the key rolls, one of its key rolls is Hazard Remover, as well as Hazard Setter, Physical Wall, and then of course a Physical Sweeper if it needs to be. It's just a prehistoric Donphan, just a better version of Donphan. That special defense is really bad, but you know, slap an Assault Vest on it if we're worried about it. But I believe we could be able to get the job done with this monstrosity. With our 2nd overall pick, I wanted to grab this one as well, because every time I use it in mocks, I'm always like, holy crap, this thing's really powerful, but I've never gotten the opportunity to draft it until today. So with our 2nd overall pick, we grabbed Raging Bolt, the Throat Goat. Look at that throw, all the things we could do with it. That's... I just said that. Base 125 HP, and base 137 special attack, really good defenses, decent speed as well if you want to scarf it, key rolls, special wall breaker, and setup sweeper. No one wants to take a thunderclap. I could Calm Mind in someone's face, max defense, get up 2 Calm Minds and start clapping people's cheeks literally with my throat. Stop mark, Jesus Christ. But yeah, we got a Raging Bolt here to do some shenanigans. So we have Great Tusk, our physical hard hitter, and then Raging Bolt, our special wall hitter. Both the prehistoric versions of Mons. I forgot what they're called. The Priostasis Mons? No, that's the ability. Regardless, we have Raging Bolt with our 2nd overall pick. Now with our 3rd overall pick, I was hesitant on choosing either Milotic or Swampert. And I was going to grab Swampert because you're able to Terra the Pokemon in this league. But someone right before me, they hinted at a mon that I am notorious for using, apparently, even though I've used it only 2 times. And that mon is Alomomola. So we got Alomomola here, Katara, the Water Bender, insane HP, key rolls, obviously, Wish Passer, defensive wall utility. I drafted this mon over Swampert and Milotic because people are giving me shit about drafting it. So I'm like, hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. If you don't want me to use it, you should have grabbed it. So with our 3rd overall pick, we grabbed Alomomola, which actually I'll throw it up on the board right now. I drafted this 1st overall in the Eon draft, which my buddy Meowdoria drafts owns, and it helped me get Garchomp to number 1 in kill leader. So hopefully that could get us some sustainability with HP. Yada yada yada, you know the shenanigans. Now with our 4th pick, I was jokingly talking with Alpha about drafting Meowscarada. And we both laughed about it. We both said, oh yeah, sure, if it's there, draft it, but it's not going to be there, right? Well, it was there. And we grabbed the Alpha. The Meowscarada, he dances in real life. He's a dance instructor, and Meowscarada dances, so it only makes sense. Really good HP, really good speed, not HP, attack, sorry. The image is blurry, I don't know why. I literally made this in Photoshop, regardless. Key rolls, pivoting, obviously, cleanup crew, you know, everything gets chipped. We come in and start killing stuff, and obviously the Revenge Killer. It gets Protean with its ability, which gives it stab on any first move it uses. It's not its own typing. So basically a Terramon. Really good, really fast, super hard hitting. Now if you're looking at our team, you see 3 hard hitters that are all weak to ice. So you see Alomomola, who resists ice, but all 4 are weak to freeze dry. So I was watching Hunter x Hunter again for the 5th time probably, and we all know Netro, we all know Meruem, and it gave me an idea to grab an ant, a bug, a really sturdy, strong bug, and for that reason we grabbed Scizor, the Meruem, and when it's shiny it's green, so it's gonna fit. Really good attack, decent speed, different decent decent special attack. Alright speed, I guess, but we get priority. But it resists ice, which is a main thing for us. It resists a lot of things, actually. It's only really weak to fire, but we have Elamola and Raging Bolt currently to resist fire. Key rules: pivoting, cleanup crew, just like Meowscarada. Basically, it's a slow Meowscarada. Revenge killing and hazard removal. It does get defog still in Gen 9, which is huge, so we're going to have a rapid spinner and a defogger just in case we need to use it. But of course, rapid spin on Great Tusk is going to be our main hazard removal. So with our 6th pick, we decided to grab our first Tera Captain. And if you're looking at our team right now, Raging Bolt is only the main special attacker, and I wanted to change that. I wanted to add more special attacking to balance our physical attackers, and I also wanted to add a little bit more reliable speed. And for that reason, we grabbed Comfey, our Stitch, which I'm changing their name to Lele, because I saw that and I thought it was really cute, and it's basically a Lele, so there we go. Comfey, the Lele, kind of rhymes too. Tera into any type, key rolls, hazard, revenge killer, setup sweeper, chipper, and utility. Gets encore, it gets priority leech seed, synthesis, giga drain, draining kiss, and it could Tera in any type, which will cover all the moves that fairy resist, Tera can help. So that's the main reason why I grabbed the Comfey. Being able to Tera will make it really annoying. We can set up Calm Minds with max defense and then start kissing things away. That's basically the plan, but we'll see how it works. With our 7th pick, I believe we decided to grab Incineroar, Endeavor. If you watched My Hero Academia, you know all about that. Really good stats literally all across the board. Key roles are going to be pivoting, slow pivoting specifically with Parting Shot and U-turn. Defensive wall because it gets intimidated. Special wall because you could throw an assault vest on that boy. Utility, you could burn things. And chipping, just U-turning out, flare blitzing, knocking off, draining punch. It's literally here to whittle things down, so mons like Meowscarada, Raging Bolt, can start cleaning up in the late game. So that's the main reason why we drafted Incineroar. With our next pick, we grabbed another Tera Captain. This thing was only 4 points for Tera, which is insane. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Shout out to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky. And that is Bellossom, the Lilo. Another Tera Captain for us. Decent stats all across the board, besides speed obviously, but we get Quiver Dance, so the key rolls, setup sweeper, utility, it gets encore, same as Comfey, I believe. And yeah, it doesn't even need to Tera, depending on the matchup. It could just get 1 or 2 Quiver Dances up. It gets Strengths up as well to get HP back and to stop physical attackers from destroying it by lowering their physical attack, obviously. But that speed is the only thing bad about it. But we do get Chlorophyll, and the reason why I grafted this, I saw this mon on the board. We got Torkoal, the Krakatoa. Really good defense, decent SPDEF, decent attack, and a special attack. Key rolls, hazard removal, gets rapid spin, so we have 2 rapid spinners and a defogger. And it is a hazard setter because it gets Stealth Rock, a weather setter as well, and a chipper, of course, because we could just, rapid spin, Lava Plume. Well, I guess Will-O-Wisp, utility is there for as well, for sure. But we all know what Torkoal does. Basically, even if I don't run it all the time, because I, of course, have a Meowscarada and a Scizor that do not want to be in the sun against Fire-type mons, or moves, specifically. But it just makes you prep for it. If you see Great Tusk and Raging Bolt and Bellossom with the Torkoal, you're going to expect sun, and you're going to have to plan ahead of it. So even if I don't bring it, it'll, help out with prep, if that makes sense. You know what I mean. With our second to last mon, I decided to grab a mon that does well with Torkoal, but it also does well with the rest of our mons, and it's another super hard-hitting special attacker, but it's a bit of a unique way, and it was only 1 point, and that's specifically why I grabbed it, and that's Duosion, our little drop of cum. That sounds really weird. I didn't record it or upload it, but I won a draft league, and I had a Solosis, and it's called the Little Drop of Cum, with the Throat Goat, which was an Aurorus, and I was able to win the finals with that. So the Throat Goat and the Little Drop of Cum are back with Raging Bolt, and of course Duosion. I know it sounds weird, so I'm gonna stop saying it. Decent HP, it gets Eviolite if I want to, but insane 125 attack. Basically, I'm gonna give up my main set right now, so if you're watching from the league, you're gonna hear it right now, I guess. You Sash, you Trick Room, and then you could set up Sunny Day and then die, or you could set up a future sight and then die, or you could endeavor and then die, and then the mon comes in after, maybe Torkoal with Specs Eruption and just start nuking things because you outspeed him, yada yada yada. Or maybe I run a bulky set with a what is it called, Life Orb with Magic Guard, I think its ability is. You know, if it works, it works. It just depends on the matchup. But with that being said, we grab our last Terra Captain for the final pick, and that pick is Girder, the Larry the Girder. Terra, of course, like I said, really good attack, decent HP. Eviolite will boost up that 50 SPDEF and the 85 defense. Key rolls, hazard removal, setup sweeper, and chipper. It gets defog, which is pretty cool, I guess, as a construction worker. So, you know, he's out there in the fog directing traffic. I think that's the lore behind that. But yeah, that's the whole squad. Bada boom, bada bing. Here's the thumbnail that you've seen. That rhymes. Holy smokes. I made this collage. I didn't make any of the art, so shout out to the people who made the art. Sorry if I took it from you. It was off Google Google search on images, so just threw it all together on the collage. Again, you saw it as a thumbnail, so you kind of knew who we drafted. But that was my reasoning and mindset behind all of them. And week 1 will be going live, I think, the day after this goes live? I think. I don't know. I don't want to set it in stone. But yeah, a little TLDR. The DD, the mid-tier draft that we're doing with our fraud Wu-Chen, I didn't record my voice. No, I didn't. I think I just didn't record at all our last match, which I lost. So we got to deal with that. But yeah. But regardless, hope you guys enjoy. Like the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.